Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum, dear BS students. This is lecture number 14, and in this series of video lectures, I'm trying to explain the topic connected speech. Connected speech is actually supra-segmental phonology. So today's topic is elision, and if you are new to this video channel, you are requested to subscribe the channel and also press the bell icon. So here is this slide gives you a preview about three branches of phonology. Branch number one is known as segmental phonology, in which we study segments. Okay, and when we rise above the segments and we move into connected speech, this is known as supra-segmental phonology. And the third one is contrastive phonology, which is basically which relates to teaching of pronunciation. And in supra-segmental phonology or connected speech, already I have covered this topic, assimilation. So you are requested to listen to lecture number 12, lecture number 13. Today's topic is elision. Elision, later on I'll talk about it, is known as deletion of sounds. So some sounds are deleted from the utterances. Okay, and in the next video, inshallah, I'll cover this important topic known as linking. It is also known as liaison. Liaison is a pronunciation in British English, and in American English we pronounce it liaison. So it's very important connected speech features. So all these all these constructs or key terms, they give us fluent speech. In order to gain fluency in our speech, we have to make use of all these features in our connected speech. Then if we make use of these features, then our speech would look like a native speech. Okay, now what is elision? Elision, as you can see on this slide, is actually loss of sound. Loss of sound means that let me give you an example. When we say fixed price, so actually there is a da sound, as you can see here, but when we pronounce it in connected speech, we usually say fixed price. So the da sound is dropped. So why do we do so? So there is one principle that is behind all English speech, that is economy of effort. Economy of effort is the only principle because of which all these features, particularly assimilation, elision, and linking, and sometimes even the rhythm, they are used and employed in English speech. So native speakers of English, they want that they don't have to exert extra pressure upon their speech organs, or in the production of sounds, or in timekeeping. So they use features of connected speech. Okay, so elision has many definitions, but I have given few bullet points, like altogether doing away with a sound. So just dropping a sound. Okay, or you can say loss of a sound. We can say also that sounds disappear under certain circumstances. Circumstances will be explained in the next slide. A phoneme is realized as zero under certain circumstances. Zero means that there will be no phoneme. Phoneme will be deleted. Okay, here are few examples. So see this example, handbag. Okay, now I have transcribed it here, handbag. Now this da sound in spoken English will be dropped. Okay, as you can see here, handbag. So these three phonemes we can see here as well. Okay, hand, bag. So there is no da sound, as you can see here. Here we have a da sound, but here there is no da sound. So native speakers of English will say handbag, handbag. And as I have already covered a simulation, so sometimes this they also use handbag, handbag. So double co-articulation effects. One co-articulation effect is that this da is dropped. This da sound is dropped. And second one is that uh, we change it into sound. This one, just a minute. This one. Okay, here's another example. The word is postman. Written version is postman. But when we pronounce it, it becomes postman, postman. Now this will be dropped. Now see what happens. Okay, here postman, postman. Like did you see the postman yesterday? No, I didn't. Postman. So this ta will be dropped. This is a diphthong. Okay, consonant, diphthong, and again consonant. This is one syllable and this is second syllable. And note that this is a schwa sound. Usually we people pronounce it postman, man. It is not man, it is man, postman, postman. So in this slide I'm just trying to point out that these symbols will be dropped. These sounds will be deleted. Okay, so see next example. Next week, next week. So here is the phonemic transcription. Next week, you can see ta sound here, but in this connected speech there will be no ta sound. We won't pronounce it next week because it takes a lot of effort. When you say next week, a lot of air has to be pushed out through the vocal tract. So in order to reduce our effort, so in order to indulge in economy of effort, we say next week, next week. So if we pronounce this ta sound, so lot of energy is required. So in order to reduce the energy, we just drop it. Dropping of the sound is known as elision. Elision. So in connected speech or rapid fire English, we'll say next week. Okay, old man. So see its transcription, old man. Now here is da sound, but you can't see it here. We'll say old man, old man. I saw an old man yesterday. Okay, so here's a brand new, brand new. So you can see brand new. So here is da sound. It is going to be dropped. Brand new, brand new, brand new. So there will be no da sound here. Okay, now we have another word, kindness. See, here is a letter d. Our letter is we when we say letter, it is known as d, but here is the sound d, d. Okay, but this sound will not be in spoken English. It will be like this: kindness, 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 kindness. Rather, we can use diphthong like this: kindness, kindness, kindness. Okay, friends, friends. Here is a letter d and here is a sound d, but here there will be no sound like this. Friends, friends, dear friends, dear friends, like this. Okay, here is another word, exactly, exactly, and here is the pronunciation like exactly. when we pronounce this t sound, it takes lot of effort. Now in order to reduce this effort, we are going to drop it. Now see, exactly. Oh, exactly. Do you agree with me? Is this very good? Is this very good? Lecture. Exactly. Okay. So, last example is good boy. Now here is the transcription. Good boy. So this da will be dropped, as you can see here. Good boy. Good boy. Good boy. He's a good boy. Okay. So this dropping, we use different words. We can say deletion. Okay, deletion. So we delete these sounds. Deletion. We can say elimination of sounds. We can say, kind of, what should I say, doing away with the sound, loss of a sound. Okay, so all these terms can be used. Now elision, loss of shava after these three sounds. Okay, p, t, k. Okay, let's see the examples. The vowel in the first syllable may disappear. So here is a word, as you can see in the transcription. So here is a word potato. This word is pronounced as potato. Here is the stress mark, potato. It has got three syllables, 1, 2, 3. But here this shava sound or weak vowel, we also known as weak vowel. So it will be dropped, and see here, potato. So these two will be brought together, and there will be no, a kind of, there will be no vowel sound. So we will quickly say potato. Okay, so here is another example, today. So this is a diphthong. There are two syllables in this word, day. Now this shava sound or weak central vowel will be dropped. See this example. Now here there is no vowel sound between ta and da. So we will pronounce it like this, today. I am gonna tell you today. Usually our learners say today. Is, kind of long vowel sound, and it is not acceptable. Today. So this is not allowed. Even this is the actual transcription, today. But practically even this goes away, and we say today. Today, as if ta and da, they are together. Okay, here is another word, perhaps. See the transcription, perhaps. Now let's eliminate this sound here, and we have perhaps. P and haps, perhaps. Okay, hope you have got me. Perhaps, it is incorrect. Perhaps. Now this is also incorrect. Perhaps, no. Now see quickly, perhaps. Okay, here is another one, another word. This is pronounced as tomato. There are three syllables. You can see here. So syllable number 2 is stress. Okay, but we are going to drop it. See now, tomato. Okay, so loss of shava after pa, ta and ka. Okay, let's see next slide, elision. So shava plus these three sounds, as you can see here, become a syllabic consonant. Now see the word, it is written as police, but we pronounce it police. Okay, see this, police. Now we are going to remove this or delete this shava sound. Now see here, so it will be pronounced as police, police. Okay, although there is no although there are two syllables here, this one is clear. Okay, this one, police, consonant, vowel, consonant, but this seems to be a consonant only. So where is the vowel? Vowel is shava, so shava is missing. So this L, which is a letter, but if we consider it as a sound, then we pronounce it as L. So this is known as syllabic consonant. Syllabic consonant. Okay, syllabic consonant mean a consonant that gives us a syllable. Syllable. So here is another word, tonight. Okay, see the transcription, tonight, tonight. Okay, there are two syllables, and now I'm going to delete this one, and we see this one. So now it will be pronounced as tonight, tonight. So there should be no pause between these two consonants. They should be articulated together like tonight, tonight. Okay, now let's go to this one, spelling system, Bottle, but here are 5 sounds. Bottle, bottle. Now I'm going to remove this or delete this. Now we will have this one, bottle, 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 bottle. So this is a consonant, and because this L gives us a syllable, that's why this is known as syllabic consonant. Okay, here's another one, Button. This is spelling. Now button, button. See this, if we just articulate it, it will be like this, button, button. See, but practically we say button, button. So there tha and this ta and this t and te and noon. Okay, or in English we can say ta and this n. So there will be no vowel in it. So as you can see, this vertical mark, it indicates that this there is a shava present behind it somewhere here, because this is acting as a syllabic consonant. This is acting as syllabic consonant. So here is the last example. The spelling system is CORRECT. So I have transcribed it here, correct. See, correct. Now this second syllable is stress, as we can see here, stress mark. So but in order to introduce elision, so this shava sound will be dropped, this will be deleted. So we are going to have now, see the final version in connected speech, correct. Your answer is correct, your answer is correct. Okay, see, correct. See, there will be no pause between these two sounds. Okay, correct. Okay, so there is shava is dropped between these 3 letters. These are known as syllabic consonant. Okay, let's move on to the next slide. Okay, avoidance of complex consonant clusters. Yes, if there are too many complex consonant clusters, they demand lot of energy and effort. Now see this sentence, this is a phrase, George the sixth throne. Now this word here, you can see here clusters, it demands a lot of effort to articulate it. Like see, George the sixth throne. So too much effort is required here. So in order to reduce this effort, now this will be dropped. So this dropping is known as elision. Now we will say sixth throne. Okay, six, let me underline it, sixth throne. So this has been simplified. So complex consonant cluster has been avoided. Now we say 6. Now this word, this syllable 6 is easy to articulate and easy to pronounce, uh, uh, instead of this one, because it demands lot of effort. Sixth, sixth. So it demands lot of effort. So instead of articulating like this, we say 6. So now it becomes sixth throne, sixth throne. Judge the sixth throne. Okay. Here is another example, that in clusters of 3 plosives or 2 plosives and 1 fricative, the middle plosive may disappear. Okay, see the example. Now here is a word acts, ACTS. Now here is its transcription, acts. So here is a cluster, and now this kha and ta, they are plosives, and this s, it is a fricative. Now cluster of 3. Now in this cluster of 3, this ta will be dropped or elided over, elided, elision. So we will have ultimately x. Instead of saying, let me minimize it for you. Instead of saying acts, because it demands a lot of effort, as our principle is economy of effort, so we'll say acts, not acts. In spoken English or rapid fire English, a connected speech, where lot of when we are speaking in a fast, at a fast pace, we'll say acts, acts of omission, acts of omission. And okay, so here's another one, word looked back. See, if we say looked, so it takes time. Actually it is not da sound, it is ta sound. See here, looked, looked back, looked back. Even this ta is giving us trouble, it demands energy. So now it will be dropped, this will be dropped. Now see, look back, look back, look back. Okay, instead of saying looked back or looked back, these two these two will be not utilized. Now we'll simply say look back. He looked back as at his past. Okay, now see this word scripts. Now here is the phonemic transcription, scripts, scripts. See it, now this is going to be dropped, so we'll say scripts, scripts, scripts. Okay, so if when there are complex consonant clusters, we simplify them. Now another example of elision, loss of final v in of before consonant. Now this preposition, people pronounce it off. It is not off, there will be no sound, so we pronounce it of, like this, of, it becomes this v. Okay, of. See, here is a term, lots of them. It's a phrase, lots of them. See this phrase here, of. Now when we pronounce it, so let me transcribe it. So it will be transcribed like this, lots of them, lots of them. Now we are going to delete this one. Okay, so now when we delete this sound, we get see, lots of them, lots of them. So we'll say lots of them, lots of them mean lots of them. So of v has been reduced, has been dropped, so lots of them. So won't say lots of them, say lots of them, lots of them. Okay, here is another example, waste of money. Okay, see the transcription, waste of money. So this, or you can say this one is here, its a phonetic transcription is v. Okay, waste of money. Now let me simplify it in connected speech. We'll say waste of money, waste of money, waste of money. Only shava sound will be used, and this v will be dropped. Okay, So this way we introduce elision. Okay, here's another example, that double process, first elision then assimilation. See, handbag. So handbag is write down like this in phonetic transcription, handbag. Now this da sound will be dropped here. As you can see, there is no da sound here, and it is handbag, handbag. Okay, now this na sound, we also call it okay, now it will change into another nasal. So it is now handbag, handbag, because this ba sound and this ma sound, they are both bilabial. So articulation is bilabial, so it is easy to articulate them together, like handbag, handbag. Both lips are involved. So but it is difficult because this it's an alveolar sound, so it takes a lot of effort. So in order to reduce the effort, both have been being articulated at the same place. So handbag. So elision, first elision, see this is dropped, da is dropped, now n is changed into m. Okay, handbag, handbag. Okay, let's take you another slide. Elision of vowels, elision of vowels. Okay, elision of vowels may cause a loss of a syllable. We can also say that unstressed shava is frequently elided. It is dropped, it is dropped. Elided means it is dropped. Okay, just two examples, cause video is getting larger. So see the spelling, Libray. Now pronunciation, let me maximize it for you. See, library, library, there are three syllables, live, okay, library, library. Okay, so let me once again, library. Now I'm going to drop this one and see what happens. This R and this R will come together in the next word. Now see, library, library. As this is only one phoneme, so here see one phoneme. Now it becomes library, library. Where is Ali? Where is your friend? And you say he is in library, he is in library. Instead of saying he is in library, it will take a lot of effort. So just to reduce the effort, we'll say he or she is in library. Oh, library, will you visit library? No, I'm not gonna visit library, I'm quite occupied. Library. Okay, so here is another example, temporary. Let's say it's a word, it's a spelling system. Now see the transcription, temporary, temporary, temporary. And I'm going to reduce this, going to drop this, it will become temporary, temporary. Now it's the same phoneme, so here we have temporary, temporary. So this word, which usually we pronounce temporary, we say temporary arrangement. So it is not temporary arrangement, we should say temporary arrangement, temporary arrangement, temporary. So this will become temporary. So what's happening? So elision is being introduced. Usually it is indulged in by native speakers. Our students don't need to learn this elision and assimilation. Sometimes we are not able to even introduce assimilation and elision. But what's the benefit of knowing all this? Because when we are listening to native speakers, if we have the knowledge of this all, so we'll be able to understand them. At least, even if we can't articulate, we can't introduce these fluency tools into our speech, at least we can understand a very native speech, a native speech that is uttered at a faster pace. So if we have this, then if we will be comfortable while we are listening to BBC, CNN or Voice of America. So hope sometimes student ask me that it's very difficult to introduce all these features. Sometimes they are unable to even place stress, like when I say that they should pronounce it like agree, and they say no sir we can't do it, we will say agree. So I think we should learn, we should try to bring our pronunciation as close to receive pronunciation as possible. But if still we are unable to do so, so we should not be worried, because our own pronunciation, that is subcontinental pronunciation, now is considered as a standard English. So there are seven native speech countries whose English is considered as standard English, or RP English. So even our English, like Indian English, Pakistani English, and Bangladeshi English, so this is now considered as a standard. So I think we should not be very much worried about our own pronunciation. At least we should be able to pronounce this place the stress on the right syllable, because placement of stress make our speech may be rendered unintelligible to the native speaker. So if we want to be intelligible to the native speaker, so if we want to have the intelligibility of speech, we should be able to place the stress on the right syllable. Otherwise, if our pronunciation, like if we are unable to like instead of saying tiny, if we say teeny, it will be okay, no problem. But placement of stress causes issues. Okay, let me take you to the next slide. So our next video lecture will be on linking, particularly linking of R. Okay, R. And we also say this is also known as liaison. Liaison mean linking, how we put our sounds together. So liaison is also a feature of connected speech. So let's wait for the next video. So you are requested to subscribe the channel if you are for the first time visitor, and also press the bell icon. Okay, leave your comments below the description, and also please guide me to further improve these videos. Thank you very much for watching this.